She borrowed $12,000. She blocked me on everything. And the worst part? I was the one who felt guilty. My name is Daniel Carter, 31 years old. I run a small digital marketing agency. Nothing massive, but I built it myself. From a laptop on a kitchen table to a team of 6 people in 3 years. Emily Rhodes was there for all of it. She was there the night I lost my first client. She was there the morning I signed my biggest contract. She was my emergency contact for 4 years. Not my girlfriend. Not my family. Emily, that is the kind of friendship this was. The kind you think is permanent. The kind you think is untouchable. I was wrong about both. She called me on a Tuesday in March. Not a text. A call. Emily never called unless it was serious. She said, "Daniel, I am in trouble." I said, "What kind of trouble?" She said, "Financial. Just temporary. I have a contract coming in next month, but rent is due, and I owe 3 people already, and I cannot ask my family again." I said, "How much?" She went quiet for 4 seconds, then said, $12,000. I did not answer immediately. $12,000 was not nothing to me. That was 2 months of personal savings. That was my emergency fund. She said, "Daniel, I have never asked you for money before." She was right. 11 years. Not once. I said, "When do you need it?" She said, "Thursday." I said, "Okay." In the way that means I already know this is wrong, but she's my best friend. I did not say yes because I had $12,000 to spare. I said yes because I thought I knew her. 11 years felt like enough proof. Before I continue, I need to ask you something right now. Have you ever given someone money not because you trusted the amount, but because you trusted the years? Tell me in the comments. Because what happens next completely changed how I understand trust. Thursday, I transferred $12,000. She sent one message. It said, "You're literally saving my life right now." I said, "Pay me back whenever the contract comes in." She said, "End of April. Promise." I said, "I know." And I didn't know. Or I thought I did. April came. No call. I texted on the 28th. "Hey, just checking in. Hope the contract came through." Blue ticks. No reply. I waited 4 days. Texted again. "Emily, just let me know when you're ready." 1 tick. Message never delivered. I went to Instagram. Her account was still there. New post from 2 days ago. She was at a rooftop restaurant. Smiling. New outfit. Tag location. City I had never heard her mention. I put my phone down. Picked it up again. Went to WhatsApp. Tried to call. Could not connect. I opened her contact. Last seen, never. She had blocked my number. She was not gone. She was living. She just removed the one person she owed. I did not tell anyone for 3 weeks. Not my girlfriend Sarah. Not my family. I kept making excuses in my own head. Maybe her phone broke. Maybe she lost the number somehow. Maybe the contract fell through and she is embarrassed. I protected her inside my own mind. Even after she blocked me. That is what 11 years does to your logic. It makes you defend the person who hurt you. Because admitting the truth means admitting you never really knew them. Sarah noticed something was wrong on a Friday night. She said, "Daniel, where are you right now?" I said, "What do you mean I am right here?" She said, "No, you are not." I told her everything. She listened without interrupting. When I finished, she said one thing. She said, "The money is gone, Daniel. Stop waiting for it." I said, "It is not about the money." She said, "I know." That was the first time I cried about it. Not because of $12,000. Because Sarah understood what I could not say out loud. Emily did not take my money. She took my evidence that people are who they show you. 6 weeks after the block, I started looking. Not for the money. For an explanation. I found her on LinkedIn. Profile updated 1 month ago. New job title. New city. I clicked her connections. Mutual friend, James. I messaged James. Said, "Hey, have you spoken to Emily recently?" He replied in 2 hours. Said, "Funny you ask. She borrowed $3,000 from me in February." I read that message 3 times. I said, "Did she pay you back?" He said, "She blocked me in May." I sat back in my chair. I searched her name with the city she had tagged. Found a Facebook profile. Different last name. Same face. New last name was her mother's maiden name. She had built a second identity. New city. New name. New accounts. Old pattern. I was not her first. I was just the most recent. And probably not the last. I need you to stay with me for the next 2 minutes. Because what I found after this and what I decided to do is the part nobody talks about. If this has ever happened to you, drop a number in the comments. 1 if it was under 5,000. 2 if it was more. You're not alone in this. Here is what I learned, and I need you to write this down. Urgency is a weapon. Emily called on Tuesday and needed money by Thursday. 2 days. No time to think. No time to verify. Urgency exists to bypass your judgment. History is not proof of character. 11 years told me who she was yesterday. It told me nothing about who she decided to become. The ask will always come right after the most emotional moment. She called, not texted, because her voice reminded me of every year we had built. She used the relationship as the collateral. If someone cannot wait 48 hours for your answer, the opportunity is not real. Real people wait. Real friends wait. Anyone who cannot give you 48 hours is not protecting you. They are rushing you. Emily Rhodes disappeared completely. James filed a small claim. I did not. Not because I forgave her, but because I refused to spend more of my time on someone who had already taken enough. Sarah was right. The money was gone the moment I transferred it. I just needed 6 weeks to accept it. Here's what I know now. Your instinct spoke before you hit send. Mine did too. I heard it. I transferred anyway. That voice, that half-second pause before you say okay, that is not doubt. That is your experience trying to protect you. Listen to it. Next week I found out Emily had done this 5 times. 5 different people. 5 different cities. And one of them fought back in a way nobody expected. What she did was completely legal. And it worked. Subscribe. Because next week I'm telling you exactly what she did. Step by step. So if this ever happens to you, you already know the move.